Have you ever encountered someone whose presence is so intense that it almost feels like they're reading your every thought? That's the power of a Scorpio. Known for their deep emotional intelligence, unmatched loyalty, and quiet strength, Scorpios are often regarded as the most dangerous zodiac sign. They're not just about charm and charisma, they have a dark side that can be unsettling if you ever find yourself on the wrong side of their temper. While they may appear calm and composed, their minds are constantly calculating, and their emotions run deeper than you can imagine. In today's video, we'll dive into 15 compelling reasons why Scorpios are considered the most dangerous zodiac sign. From their unmatched emotional depth to their ability to manipulate and hold grudges for life, Scorpios are a force to be reckoned with. Stick around as we break down their most powerful traits and why you should think twice before crossing a Scorpio. Let's begin. 1. Intense emotional depth. Scorpios are known for their emotional intensity. When they feel deeply. This is not a sign that schemes the surface of their emotions. They experience life in full color, with highs and lows that can be overwhelming to those around them. Their emotions are powerful, and whether they're in love, anger, or sadness, they invest themselves completely. They don't just react, they process every detail, every nuance, and they remember everything. This emotional depth is both a strength and a weapon. When Scorpios love, they love fiercely and passionately, but when they're hurt, the depth of their pain is equally intense. They will never forget a slight, and the emotional scars can last a lifetime. This depth also makes them incredibly perceptive, able to read people with a precision that's unsettling. They pick up on feelings and motives that others miss, making them a step ahead in any situation. Their emotional intelligence allows them to understand the complexities of human nature, which is why they're often able to manipulate situations to their advantage. 2. They can hold grudges for life. One of the most dangerous aspects of a Scorpio's personality is their ability to hold on to grudges. If you wrong a Scorpio, prepare to feel the consequences for a long time. Scorpios are not the type to forget when they've been hurt. They carry their emotional wounds deeply, and once you've betrayed their trust, it's nearly impossible to earn it back. Scorpios may forgive, but they will never forget. What makes this trait particularly dangerous is their patience. A Scorpio might not act on their anger immediately, but they will hold that grudge and wait for the perfect moment to strike. The revenge they take isn't impulsive, it's calculated and often comes when you least expect it. Their quiet, steady accumulation of anger can build to the point where they unleash it with devastating effect. They may not show their hurt on the surface, but underneath, they're simmering, planning their next move carefully. If you're in a Scorpio's bad books, be prepared to face the consequences, no matter how much time has passed. 3. They are master manipulators. Scorpios are gifted with an extraordinary ability to understand people's motivations, desires, and weaknesses. This makes them master manipulators, capable of influencing others without them even realizing it. They use their deep emotional intelligence to read a room, understand what makes people tick, and figure out exactly how to get what they want. Whether it's in relationships, at work, or in social settings, Scorpios know how to play their cards to their advantage. What makes Scorpio manipulation so dangerous is its subtlety. Unlike other signs that may manipulate through force or overt control, Scorpios use their charm, persuasion, and keen awareness to shape situations. They understand that getting what they want doesn't always mean direct confrontation, it means finding the right emotional leverage and using it to sway others. While this ability makes them incredibly successful in their personal and professional lives, it also means that they can leave a trail of hurt people behind them, all while maintaining an innocent facade. If you don't realize what's happening, you could easily fall into their web without even knowing it. Scorpios don't always seek to manipulate for malicious reasons, but when they do, their mastery of the art makes them formidable opponents. 4. They have an aura of mystery. Scorpios are masters of mystery, and this is one of the traits that makes them so captivating. They have an uncanny ability to keep people guessing, never fully revealing themselves, no matter how close you get. There's always an air of secrecy around them, like they're hiding a part of themselves that they'll never share. It's not about being deceptive, but more about maintaining control over their personal narrative. This mysterious aura gives Scorpios a certain magnetic pull. People are drawn to them because they exude an energy that's almost impossible to understand or fully grasp. They thrive on this allure, often enjoying the curiosity and intrigue they provoke in others. But this mystery can be unsettling, too. Scorpios know how to keep their emotions and intentions tightly guarded, only revealing what they want others to see. This ability to withhold can make them incredibly powerful, as they always have the upper hand in any situation. You may think you know a Scorpio, but the truth is, there's always more beneath the surface, and it's this depth of mystery that keeps people both fascinated and at a distance. 5. They are unforgiving. Once a Scorpio feels betrayed, it's almost impossible to regain their trust. Scorpios have an incredibly strong sense of loyalty, but that loyalty, once broken, leaves a scar that lasts for a long time. Their ability to forgive is not the same as other signs. They don't easily let go of hurt, and it takes a monumental effort to prove yourself after crossing them. A Scorpio doesn't just forgive and forget, they forgive, but they remember. They carry the emotional weight of any betrayal, and the wound doesn't just heal overnight. If you've wronged a Scorpio, expect them to distance themselves, and perhaps even cut ties completely. Unlike other signs that may give second chances, Scorpios' inability to forgive makes them more dangerous in the long run. Once they've made the decision to cut someone out of their life, they do it without hesitation. This unyielding sense of justice can make them emotionally distant, and their inability to let go of the past creates a tension that may never be fully resolved. 6. They are highly competitive. Scorpios are naturally competitive, and this trait can make them both successful and ruthless. They are driven by a desire to be the best at everything they do, whether it's in their careers, relationships, or personal achievements. For them, anything less than victory feels like failure. This intense need to win can make them relentless when pursuing a goal, and they will stop at nothing to outdo their rivals. However, this competitiveness can also make Scorpios difficult to work with at times. They don't just want to be good at something, they want to be the best, and they won't settle for anything less. If they feel that someone else is challenging their position, their response can be fierce. They will fight tooth and nail to stay ahead, often using their sharp instincts and strategic minds to outsmart the competition. This drive to succeed can make them appear aggressive or overly focused, but it also ensures that they will do whatever it takes to reach the top. If you find yourself in competition with a Scorpio, you better bring your A game, because they are always prepared to push past any obstacle to claim victory. 7. They can be extremely vengeful. Scorpios' sense of justice is powerful, and when they feel wronged, they will stop at nothing to get even. Their desire for revenge is not just a fleeting emotion, it's a deep, calculated, and methodical response to perceived betrayal. Scorpios don't just lash out impulsively, they are patient and strategic, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When they do, it's usually with a vengeance that's so powerful, it can leave a lasting impact. What makes Scorpio's vengeance so dangerous is its precision. They have an almost uncanny ability to know exactly how to hurt someone who has wronged them, targeting vulnerabilities with surgical precision. Their revenge is never about mindless retaliation, it's about restoring their sense of power and control. If you've hurt a Scorpio, they will make sure you feel the weight of your actions in the most profound way possible. Even if they never openly show their anger, you'll know when they've exacted their revenge, and you'll likely regret ever crossing them. Scorpios will not hesitate to destroy anyone who dares to betray them, and when they strike, it's often too late to undo the damage. 8. They are experts at reading people. Scorpios possess an extraordinary ability to understand people's true motivations, often within seconds of meeting them. Their intuition is uncanny, and they can read people like an open book. What makes Scorpios so dangerous is their ability to sense hidden emotions, intentions, and insecurities, often before others even realize they have them. This deep understanding of human nature allows them to navigate relationships with remarkable precision, giving them a clear advantage in nearly any situation. Whether it's deciphering someone's body language, tone of voice, or even small, seemingly insignificant details, Scorpios can see through facades with ease. This skill is not just limited to understanding others' emotions but also extends to recognizing when someone is hiding something or trying to manipulate a situation. Scorpios use this insight to their advantage, knowing exactly when and how to approach people, and when to back off or even exploit weaknesses. While this makes them incredibly skilled at forming connections, it also means they can easily manipulate others if they choose to. Their ability to see through the surface makes them nearly impossible to deceive. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, you should be prepared for them to see right through you. 9. They are extremely protective. When Scorpios love, they love deeply, and this intense love is paired with an unshakable protective instinct. They are incredibly loyal to the people they care about, and once they consider you part of their inner circle, they'll go to extreme lengths to defend and protect you. Their protective nature extends to their family, friends, and even their professional circles. Anyone they feel a deep connection with will find a fierce ally in a Scorpio. What makes their protection so formidable is that Scorpios won't hesitate to fight for those they care about, even if it means putting themselves at risk. They have a strong sense of justice and will not stand by if they believe someone they care about is being threatened or wronged. Scorpios will go to great lengths to ensure that harm doesn't come to the people they love, using their strategic minds and resourcefulness to eliminate any threat. But their protection can also be suffocating if they feel that someone is encroaching on their space or trying to harm the ones they cherish. If you find yourself on the receiving end of a Scorpio's protection, know that it's a powerful force that is meant to keep you safe, but it can also come with an intensity that may feel overwhelming. 10. They are not easily manipulated. Scorpios have a remarkable ability to see through manipulation and deceit. Their sharp intuition and understanding of human behavior make them nearly impossible to manipulate. They are extremely cautious and skeptical by nature, and they don't easily trust others. If someone tries to play games with a Scorpio, they'll immediately sense it, and they won't hesitate to expose it. This is one of the reasons why Scorpios are so difficult to control. They simply won't allow themselves to be manipulated. This trait stems from their high emotional intelligence. Scorpios can detect subtle shifts in body language, tone, and energy that most people would miss. They know when someone is being disingenuous or hiding something. In relationships or work environments, Scorpios can often see right through someone's motives and will act accordingly to protect themselves or their interests. This makes them a force to be reckoned with, as they don't fall for the usual tricks that others might. If you're trying to manipulate a Scorpio, be prepared to meet their challenge head-on, because they won't back down, and they will expose your attempts for what they are. 11. They can be intimidating. One of the most powerful and often unnerving qualities of a Scorpio is their ability to intimidate. It's not just their physical presence, it's the way they carry themselves with quiet intensity, their sharp gaze that seems to pierce through to the core of whoever they're speaking with. Scorpios have an energy about them that demands attention and respect, and this can be incredibly intimidating to others, especially those who are used to being in control or dominating a room. This intimidation is not born out of aggression, but rather from a deep-rooted confidence and an unspoken understanding of their own power. Scorpios know how to hold space without saying a word. They don't need to shout to be heard, their presence is enough to make anyone take notice. Whether it's in the boardroom, in social situations, or even in personal relationships, Scorpios exude a quiet authority that can make people uncomfortable, especially when they feel they're being judged or evaluated. This ability to make others feel like they're being seen, often in a way that's too intense or too revealing, adds to the mystique and danger of dealing with a Scorpio. When they're in a room, everyone knows it, and it's not always easy to escape the weight of their gaze. 12. They will test your loyalty. Scorpios are not ones to simply take things at face value. If they decide to let you into their inner circle, they will test your loyalty to see if you are truly trustworthy. It's not because they are inherently suspicious, it's just that their deep emotional connections come with a hefty price. Loyalty is everything to a Scorpio, and they need to know that you have their back, no matter what. They will push boundaries, make you prove yourself, and watch how you handle certain situations before fully committing to you. These tests can be subtle or more overt, depending on the Scorpio's personality. They might withdraw for a time to see how you react or create situations where your dedication is put to the test. If they sense that you aren't fully committed or that you might not have their best interests at heart, they will retreat emotionally. What makes this so dangerous is that if you fail their loyalty test, you may never know it, until it's too late. A Scorpio doesn't easily forget betrayal, and once they feel slighted, they will distance themselves completely, leaving you wondering what went wrong. 13. They are not afraid to burn bridges. When a Scorpio feels that a relationship or a situation is no longer serving them or has become toxic, they won't hesitate to burn the bridge. Scorpios are not ones to waste their time on things or people who don't align with their values or goals. If they sense manipulation, betrayal, or disrespect, they will cut ties without a second thought. Unlike some signs who try to salvage damaged relationships, Scorpios are perfectly fine with severing all connections. This ability to burn bridges is rooted in their desire for control and self-preservation. Once a Scorpio is done with someone or something, they move on completely. They don't dwell on the past, and they don't waste time trying to fix what's been broken. Instead, they focus on themselves and on people who show them the respect and loyalty they demand. This makes a Scorpio extremely dangerous to cross. If you hurt them or betray their trust, expect them to walk away for good, leaving nothing behind but a trail of burned bridges. They rarely look back, and if you're left behind, you may never get the chance to make things right. 14. They will expose your weaknesses. Scorpios have an almost unsettling ability to uncover your deepest vulnerabilities. They're not just perceptive, they can read you in a way that others cannot. With their sharp emotional intelligence, they pick up on the smallest details, body language, tone, and even unspoken thoughts, and they use this information to understand you on a deeper level. If you're not careful, a Scorpio will find your weakness, and they will use it against you. This isn't always done maliciously, sometimes, they simply do it to protect themselves or assert their dominance. They understand how to exploit your insecurities, and they know exactly when to hit you where it hurts. While this can be a tool they use in their own defense, it also makes them formidable opponents in any relationship, be it personal or professional. If you challenge a Scorpio or cross them in any way, they can quickly turn your vulnerabilities into weapons. What's most dangerous about this is that Scorpios don't just expose your weaknesses, they do it with precision, leaving you feeling exposed and vulnerable. Once a Scorpio has your weakness in their sights, they can use it to manipulate, control, or even destroy you. 15. They are hard to read. One of the most frustrating qualities of a Scorpio is their ability to remain elusive. Scorpios are incredibly difficult to read, even by those closest to them. They have a natural ability to hide their true feelings and intentions, which keeps others constantly guessing. While they can be open with certain emotions, there's always a layer of mystery that they never fully reveal. Scorpios know exactly how to maintain control over what they show the world and what they keep hidden. This emotional armor serves them well in a world where trust is not easily given. Scorpios tend to protect themselves by keeping their cards close to their chest, only sharing what they deem necessary and leaving the rest for themselves. For those who are used to more transparent or open individuals, a Scorpio's complexity can be both a challenge and a source of intrigue. In relationships, this quality can create a dynamic where one person is always trying to figure out what the Scorpio is thinking, leading to a constant feeling of uncertainty. While this makes Scorpios excellent at maintaining power in any situation, it also means they're never fully known, even by the people they care about most. Their ability to conceal their true thoughts and emotions makes them unpredictable, and in the wrong hands, this mystery can be an incredibly potent weapon. In conclusion, Scorpios are not to be underestimated. Their intensity, emotional depth, and ability to manipulate situations make them formidable figures in the zodiac. With their sharp instincts, unwavering loyalty, and capacity for vengeance, they embody both strength and danger in ways that can be hard to fully comprehend. Whether they are testing your loyalty, holding a grudge, or simply keeping their true selves hidden, Scorpios operate from a place of deep emotional intelligence and control. But remember, while Scorpios can be ruthless when crossed, they are also incredibly loyal and protective of those they care about. Their power lies not just in their ability to hurt, but in their capacity to love deeply and fiercely. If you're ever in the presence of a Scorpio, be aware of the dynamic they create. They may be hard to read, but they're also extremely strategic and perceptive, able to understand you in ways that can leave you vulnerable if you're not careful. So, treat them with respect and never take their loyalty for granted. If you do, you risk facing the full force of their complex, powerful nature. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more zodiac personality analyses. Let us know your experiences with a Scorpio in the comments below, we'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, remember, Scorpios may be mysterious, but they are certainly not to be underestimated.